Hello guys, I think it's time to start our webinar dedicated to mobile adjustment advanced. And while we are waiting for newcomers are joining us, I will briefly introduce you to today's agenda. In this webinar session, you will learn how to set different size for images on mobile and desktop devices without duplicating the content. This is very important. And how to work with padding for mobile and desktop screens to increase email legibility. Why background image is not responsive and what to do about it. Do not worry, we have the workaround for you. And how to set margins for bulleted list on mobile devices. Also, in the end of the webinar, we will check how to make your footer mobile friendly to get additional clicks. And now it's time to introduce my colleague Valeria. She will help me in the webinar chat and answer all your questions. So if you have one, please write to our chat, do not hesitate. And guys, I think that we shall proceed to our template. And in the beginning, I would like to say several words regarding the mobile design. Actually, we'll check a little bit of statistic. You know that 56% of emails are opening on iPhone and Gmail proportionally. And crafting the responsive template can boost your click up to 15%. And 40% of people at the age of 18 or lower will open their emails first on mobile devices. I'm not 18, unfortunately, but I'm doing all the time. I open my email in my mobile because it's right next to me. Yeah, guys. And actually, mobiles are everywhere. In the office, in the gym, in the grocery store, and even in the bathroom. As for me, I'm checking new hot offers, scrolling my social media feed, and checking my messengers, and of course, the inbox. And people who already seen well-designed, mobile-friendly templates will no longer read poor crafted emails. So referring to marketing trends of 2022, the mobile design and mobile adjustment should be a priority, not an afterthought. So our team has already done the webinar dedicated to mobile adjustment basics. And if you have not checked it yet, the link will be down below in the description. It will be helpful for beginners. But for all other guys, we are ready to introduce you webinar dedicated to mobile adjustment advanced for advanced users, or what can be done if you use all the drag and drop. So let's begin our webinar. I would like to mention that Stripe uses media queries to deliver template copies, for different devices with different screen sizes, and you can change these CSS media queries right in the code here. And by proceeding on the tab CSS, you can scroll till the commenter responsive styles. Please do not delete and edit this CSS. So these rules are working as conditional commenters or dynamic rules, and they working if you use a screen of your device less than 600 pixels, and then this CSS will be available in the action. Okay, guys. So let's proceed to our first point of agenda. How put the perfect mobile image. First, you need to take the best quality image. And second, you need to craft the necessary format. By the way, Stripe allows to upload you to free formats, PNG, JPG, and GIF. So please be informed. And After, the third point is to optimize the size. So let's check how this image looks on mobile. Let's click on preview and see our display. By the way, I think this image needs to be resized a little bit. So, how to do it without duplicating the content? The answer is in HTML code. Let's proceed to the editor, click on image and open the code panel. And we will find the class that's responsive for mobile responsive image. This class named adapt image. Pay attention, guys, when you toggle off the responsive image control like this class has disappeared. And then you toggle on, this class appeared. So our task is to put our new own class here, right next to adapt image class, and create for this class new CSS rule. Let's put the name of our class. It could be any name. My imagination not so good, so I put just test. Okay, after we need proceed to CSS, scroll down till the media queries responsive styles here, and I offer you to place your own CSS rule right in the end of media queries, just to distinguish between our own CSS rule and the system ones, and just to find it quickly. Okay, when you create new CSS rule for class, don't forget about full stop. So put the full stop, write the test, open curly brackets, test, it's the name of our CSS rule. And the styles attribute that responsible for adjustment size of image is width and height. We will use today only width in percentage. And let's put this attribute here and identify some percentage. I offer you to put now any just to check how our image is changing. We have put 40% and now we will check it in preview. So we see that image has been changed, but for my opinion it's too small. Sorry. So we need to increase a little bit percentage value. I offer you to do it like 70% and check. Guys, I think our image is perfect. And do not forget to make your image accessible. Always put alternative text to image. You can easily do it on Stripe by clicking on image and proceed to alternative text field. I have put my alternative text as kitten in the leaves, and it will help screen readers just to identify what your image is portraying. Or if of some reason, if your customer's email client disable the images for some reason, your customer can identify also what your image is portraying. Also use right color contrasting. Distinguishing between color for some people could be difficult, so make sure you contrast your text, image and background as a sample in this template. Okay guys, let's proceed to the second point of our agenda. Let's click on preview. And see that our block with animals looks a little bit different for mobile. Sure, there is no paddings on the left and on the right between these turkeys and white background. So, and containers are overlap each other. This is because Stripe sticks in one column layout for mobile, as mobile width is too small. By the way, mobile width is 320 pixels here in preview. Okay, so how to get some space between the white background and the background of the whole template? It can be done with two methods. The first method is fast and easy, and the second method is easy. Let's proceed for the first method now. Let's go back to the editor, click on Appearance, click on Mobile Formatting, scroll till the very end and find Content Margin. Enable this control, put some margins from left, for example 20, and right. Great, guys. And let's check on preview. Sure, we have crafted some space on the left and on the right, but this way will put the space across all the length of your template, from the top till the bottom. And sometimes such design and such way will not be suitable for you. And what can be done if you want to put some space only in this certain particular area? So let's proceed to our second way, alternative way. Go back to the editor, disable the content margins, and this is time for us, guys, to make different layout for desktop and from mobile. Do not worry, I will show you how to do it easy. Scroll down till the blocks, click on structure, and first we need to hide the structures for mobile. For this, we need to click on structure and proceed to hide element area. Here is it. And hide it for mobile. Do the similar with the next structure. Hide it for mobile. Great. And now we will create our design. Click on plus, add one structure. Find the necessary container. Here is it. Find the pop-up panel with copy element and drop it. After, for sure, we need to add another structure with 3 containers, and with same method we will drag and drop all the containers here. After, we need also drag and drop new structure and put birds like rats and our fish. Done. After, we need to put the necessary color to the background color of structure. For this, we need to identify the color code. Here is it. Click, copy, click on necessary structure, put this code here, put here and here. And for containers, we need to put white background. Let's do it. Stripe is quite flexible, so you can copy the elements easily. Let's put the necessary white background. And let's, guys, check our preliminary result. Do not worry, it's only preliminary. We will continue to work. Let's click on preview. And see that for sure we have got the paddings on the left and on the right, but we have some weird gaps between each of container and has no free space when it needed between the fish and our, white background. So how to get rid of these weird gaps? Go back to editor. First, we need to disable all structures padding for mobile. Click on the structure, find padding, click on mobile version and disable padding from the top. Okay, after, stay in this structure and find control paddings between containers on mobile and disable it. Okay, do the same with the next structure. click on mobile version, disable from the top, and disable padding between containers on mobile. And for this structure, we need to add a little bit more space in the bottom and click on preview. Guys, you see we have get rid of these weird gaps here and crafted some space here. And now our task is to round the corners in the top structure and for the last container too, just to imitate the design that made on desktop. For this, please go back to the editor, click on container, find the rounding here and add rounding in 40 pixels. You see this method has added the rounding from each of the corner, but we need to round only 2. Click on the code editor and find the style of this container. It is in the table with cell padding 0, cells padding 0 and width 100%. And we see the styles background color white and border radius 40 pixels. This is code from our rounding. If we put only one value, this value will be automatically set for each corner. So we need now separately put the values for top 2 corners and bottom 2 corners. Okay, if we have 4 corners, we need to copy paste and copy it 4 times. And the first 2 corners will be 40 pixels and the last will be 0. So guys, you see this method is working. Our structure has strict angle and rounded angle. And the same method we should do with the last container. Copy paste this style, just not to create it from scratch, just for our convenience. Click on the container with the pieces. Click on the container and found where the containers styles are situated. They situated in the table cells padding also. You see that background color is white here and we need to put our copied styles right after the background color white. Let's copy paste. Great. But we need to round the bottom corners. So the top will be 0 and the bottom will be 400. You see guys, this method is working and we need to click on the fish text for fish and add necessary paddings from the bottom just to have some space. Okay, and now we need to click on whole stripe that we created for mobile and hide this element for desktop. Great, and check the result. So guys, you see we have crafted almost the same design for mobile as we see on desktop. And this way have took us about 7 or 8 minutes, so you see that it's easy. Okay guys, paddings not only help you to reduce the space, but also actually add the white negative space that's very important in your design, as you may craft the perfect, the best design in the world, but if you overwhelm it with a bunch of graphic elements, it will create the clutter and your customer will be lost in it. So white or negative space helping to focus on what is most important and what to be needed to read first. As for example, for this CTA, it's surrounded with the negative space to give clearly understanding that we need to click on it. Yes, and also white space is crucial, helpful in mobile design, just to have more screen space. Okay, let's proceed to our next headache. This is our background image. Unfortunately, guys, background image cannot be responsive on mobile due to the limited width on mobile screen. And that is why the image is scaling and you see only the fragment of the image, certainly. But it's a way to overcome this issue, and workaround is in the code. So keep your hardcode muscles fit. We will go back to the editor, and it's time to introduce you element style background size. And with the help of this element, we will resize our image only for mobile. Okay, let's click on the structure, open the code editor right here, and found the table where our background background image is situated. This is certainly TD tag where our backgrounds, here is it, background image and background styles are situated. And this TD tag has its own class. It's ESD structure, ES/P20T, etc. By the way, this ESD class is internal Stripe class that allows you to drag and drop elements. So make sure you keep it safe and stable, not to lose the opportunity while you're editing. So we need to put our own class, the same as we have done with our first image. Okay, let's put our own class. It could be any name of the class. I will put my name. Let it be like Jane. Yes, and we need to create our new CSS rule for background image. So let's scroll down till our custom CSS, and then above the test we will put our new CSS rule for class Jane. Do not forget about the full stop. Put the name of your class, curly brackets, and let's put the background size. The system has the tips. Yes, and background size has two elements, the width and the height, how we already talked. Okay, we will put first element width. I offer you to put 300 pixels. And after offer, I don't know, let's put 100 pixels just to check how it will look like in preview. Okay. And let's check. You see, guys, we have resized the image. Please compare it with the desktop one. But our image was abnormally stretched. So I think we need to decrease the heights a little bit. Let's go back to the editor, find our CSS, and put here heights like 80 pixels and preview. Guys, I think we have done perfect job. What do you think about this? By the way, avoid of using templates that has image only images, as it could bring some kind of confusion for your customers if their email client suddenly disable all the images. You know, sometimes Outlook does it. So try to keep image to text ratio about 40/60%. Okay, let's proceed to the list. You see, we have created a beautiful list for a desktop version, and list actually looks like some bytes of information that your customer could easily read and grasp your main message. So this list needs to look good also on mobile design, but we see strange gaps between our list. Actually between the containers, because we built a list from the two containers, the left and the right one. And we need our list on mobile to be consistent too. So what can be done? First, guys, we need to check and disable all paddings between the containers. Let's click on the structure, find already known control here and disable it. And let's check. You see that gaps still persist. And to help us to identify what caused these gaps, we need to use DevTools instrument. To inspect DevTools, you need to click on Inspect or click to F12 on your computer. And you see these console elements and cursor. Click on cursor and hover your containers. You see that for containers there are two strange orange stripes from the top and from the bottom, and they are called margins. Unfortunately, system independently put some margins into your list. So to get rid of this gap, we need to get rid of these orange margins. How to do it? It's also easy, do not worry. Let's go back to the editor, click on the structure, click on the container, and open the code editor. Each container with a list has element UL. This UL tag means unordered list, as we have got the bulleted list. And for this UL, we need to put styles with margin top equals 0 and margin bottom equals 0. So let's proceed. Let's put styles with margin top equals 0 and margin bottom equals 0. Great. And after, let's guys copy paste it into our right container, just not to create from scratch. Click on container and find our UL element and put styles inside the UL tag. Sorry, forgot about the bracket. Great. And let's check the result. Perfect. Our list is quite consistent and seamless on mobile. So now you know the life hack about margins and DevTools. Okay, guys. And in the end, we will check our footer. Actually, email footer is afterthought for many brands. But do not neglect this important part of your design, as smartly configured footer on mobile not looks only fancy, but also helps you to boost your click to your landing page or your social media pages. So let's check how we can lay out mobile-friendly footer and a little bit increase our conversion. Let's click on the plus and add the stripe with 3 containers. Keep in mind your footer is essentials. This is a contact info, social media blog, unsubscribe link, legal link such as terms of use or private policy, and of course contact to your support as your recipient could require any help, and your brand logo. Let's add brand logo in the first containers. In long-term perspective, brand logo help you to stay on brand and build your own brand and identity. So do not neglect this element. The middle container will connect your contact information. So we offer you to provide only the link to your contact from the landing page to save pressure space for mobile. So let's copy paste our text, contact us, just to make obvious for your recipient. Okay, let's put the necessary link color and disable underline link. Do not forget that each logical section needs to be in individual container surrounded with necessary negative space. So do not forget about the paddings here. Stay in text block, add the padding for mobile. From the bottom, I offer keep it 10 pixels. After, you need to click on contact, hover it, and find the link field. Click on the link, and we have a lot of protocols where you can add to your link as mail to, Skype, telephone, SMS, or other protocol. You can provide link on your landing page with the contacts, or you can put the protocols mail to and leave your email. I will leave my email here, so just for sample. Let's copy this block and provide the unsubscribe link. Unsubscribe link actually, guys, is your marketing friend, not because it's mandatory legally obligated to be in your template, but also it helps to build good relationship with your recipient, as this link gives them sense of control of situation. Okay, so how to get the necessary tag for unsubscribe link? This depends on your ESP, email service provider. Each provider has the tag that related to this link, and after you send email from your ESP will pull necessary information instead of this merge tag. So after you check the necessary unsubscribe link in your ESP, we offer you to input it right in your project here in the field special links. I have already put mine here, but you can click also on plus and add yours. By the way, if you use this ESP, the most popular one that we have got here, we have already embedded necessary links and merge tags for them. But if you use any other ESP, please click on add link and add your link into this area. Let's go back to our template, hover the unsubscribe link, make it actually a link, click on the link protocols, scroll down and see the field with custom link. Click on unsubscribe link and this tag will be automatically added in the code. Okay, so let's provide also your support contacts. Let's name it as support, just to make obvious for your customers. Okay, let's hover it, make it a link and pick up necessary protocol. Let's mail to. Okay. And the last container will contain your social media blogs. To save your precious time, we also offer you to proceed to project data, to the social networks area and add your social networks addresses here. I have already added mine here, and if you do it, they will be automatically added to the social media blog when you drop it right here. Got it. And you see the social media links now are in the blog. If these colorful icons are too much for you, you can click on this area and grab the suitable ones for you. Also, you can add the necessary icons directly from your desktop or via external link. I will just grab these black ones. And let's add our legal links with the help of the block menu. Let's drag and drop it. Click on it and delete not necessary item and provide the terms of use here in the text and choose necessary color and private policy. Also, you can add the link to your term of use here and to your private policy right here, just to make it obvious for your recipient. By the way, if you're trying to squeeze a lot of information into the limit space, consider to use a divider. We have it in the menu block. It calls separator. Let's use it. Add some separator thickness and add the necessary color for it. Great. And it will help you to not make your block messy if you put big volume of information into the small space. Great. Let's click on the background color of structure, put the necessary background. Yes. Click on your logo. Disable responsive image control, just to not make your image to be huge in the mobile display and preview. So guys, you see that our footer is almost perfect, but I think we need to align contact us and subscribe link and support in the center and put a little bit space between the social media block and menu block. Let's go back to the editor, click on the contact us on your text and find the alignment. We have alignment for desktop and for mobile. We need to click on mobile and align in the middle and do the following also with all other text. Great. And after click on menu, find our paddings, put the mobile paddings version, enable more control and add a little bit paddings from the bottom. And let's check it. Great guys, we have crafted nice footer. I think you like it as much as I like it. And now we have done good job with the webinar and all the agenda was covered, and let's check if it definitely was covered. Let's go back to the agenda and check. So we today have resized our hero image on mobile and on desktop without duplicating the content. Done. And we have worked with the mobile paddings and learned how to create different design for desktop and for mobile. Also done. We have resized and find workaround for background image. This is also important. And we have found how set margins into your bulleted list and how to work with the DevTools. Also, we have created mobile-friendly footer with you. So, as you may notice, we have covered all the agenda for today. So I hope this webinar was good for you and you found it useful. And I also ask you to click on the like button if you like today's webinar and want to see more of such content. It's very important for us to understand if it was helpful for you. So we are waiting for your questions. Valeria will answer your questions. Do not afraid to ask, it's okay. By the way, we have live chat support in the editor, and we have support via email. So you can write us anytime. We are available from 8:30 a.m. till midnight UTS time. Okay guys, I think it's enough for today, and we'll see you the next time.